All right, y'all. What's up? What's up? It's me, Kayla, for the new subscribers, Kayla for the old subscribers that just don't know my name, and Kayla for those of you who are clicking the video. That's me. So Khia did another video. Let's start right now. Let you know I respect everybody's opinions as long as your opinion is not disrespectful towards, me, the gay, trans community, black people. I'm not saying you have to be 100% politically correct. I'm just saying if you come on here talking absolutely crazy, I'm not going to respect your opinion. I've never blocked anyone. I'm sure that me saying that is going to prompt someone to try to get me to block them. I'm probably not going to do it just because that's just not who I am as a person. You may say how you feel, and we may even go back and forth. I don't have to block you for that. Now, if you start talking about, I'm not even going to get into it. Anyway, so yes, you may say you love Khia. You may say you hate Khia. You may say you love Madison. You may say you hate Madison. You may say you love me. You may say you hate me. I do ask that if you hate me and if you give this video a thumbs down, that you fill out the exit interview and let me know why your thumbs down. Let me not. Anyway, girl, yeah, so I'm here. And we're going to discuss what Khia talked about this morning. I just got through watching the video. Well, I didn't watch the whole video. I watched about 50 other minutes. 47, something like that. But I got the gist. So she started off the video by saying that she didn't want any changes, which is something that I stated in a video prior. If this is your first time, clicking over here, I've got several videos that I've done on the Queen's Court and on this debacle. And if you want to click those, that's cool. If you don't talk to me like I ain't talked about this before. And I'll try to remember to link them, but y'all, I don't feel good. I'm sick. I think I got a sinus infection or an ear infection, some kind of infection, honey. And I'm not doing too hot. But anyway, back to this. She said she didn't want any changes, which is something that I knew. And she said Maddie was doing, trying to make it nice, making everything, which is something else I already knew. From watching these two women, I told y'all, I've been watching Khia since I was 6 years old. I've been a fan of her. I did not know that she was doing a bunch of gags and roasts and reads on her own, because I had been following her music and not so much her online persona. But as far as Madison, I told y'all I've been watching her since the New Weave 22 inches video, like that day it came out. I've been following her ever since. So I've been watching these girls for years, these ladies for years, because they're grown. I mean, I call them girls. And I'm familiar enough with them to be able to pick up on, them as individuals and them as a collective. So I already knew Khia didn't want no changes. Maddie wanted to make it all grand and all of that. Knew that, said that. But then Khia came around and said that, when Maddie wanted to change the set, it was no problem. And I'm like, well, it had to have been a problem because it's the first thing you said. Now, don't drag me, Khia. I love Khia. I promise y'all, I love Khia. Don't drag me. But it just, you kind of contradicted yourself right there. You contradicted yourself, and it just did not make sense to me. Because you started off saying you didn't want no changes, and then, you went on to say that she wanted to make these changes, and, it was no problem. We were at her house, and, it's fine. And I'm like, well, at that point, I feel like you should have been saying, no, or let's take a poll, let's take a vote of the fans and see, or, that other way. This whole situation, honestly, was avoidable, but we're going to move on. She goes on to talk about F. Monique. I'm not going to do a lot of Monique talk because, girl, every time I get on this camera and talk about the Queen's Court, Monique's fans, which, again, I had no idea you girls were out there. No idea. But y'all come over here and y'all are giving, this is not Monique's fault. And okay, girl. Okay. At no point in any of my private videos did I say, this is all Monique's fault. Every bit of this is her fault. No, I said that I thought if she wanted to have a genuine conversation with Khia, she could have done so off camera. That's what I said. That's what I meant. I'm not going to go back and forth with Monique's fans about F. Khia and Monique is the queen and, she stepped down to grace them with her presence and they didn't do it right. I'm not going to go through all of that with y'all. I don't care that seriously. I really don't. I've told y'all, and I say on all of my videos, I also enjoy Monique. I like Monique as well. I like all of these girls, women. I like them all. So it don't make me no never mind. Again, y'all may have your opinions, but coming towards my direction on foolishness just is not, I don't care that seriously. I don't. And so she said that Monique was originally supposed to come over to Madison's house, which is what I, thought was going to go on. But she switched it up and she decided that she wanted to Skype in. And Khia said she was, she didn't really want to deal with Monique, but she was okay with her Skyping in because it would have been a cute little gag. And I think it would have been hilarious too. She set the scene and said, it would have been cute to have her calling in, and then having, Khia, or T.S. Madison or Khia yelling, how did she get the number? And then turn the screen around. And it's actually Monique giving, hey, my loves. That would have been, I would have lived. I would have lived. As much as, in the last couple weeks, month or so, Monique has gotten on my nerves. And as much as the Queen's Court situation has, gotten on my nerves and disappointed me, I would have lived for that. I really would have. So, she said she switched up, decided she was going to Skype in, yada, blah, blah, blah. And Khia was okay with that, but then F Monique. I was having a hard time following, which is probably how y'all feel watching my videos, because you just be talking, and a lot of time my point is it doesn't come across as clearly as it is in my head, and then everybody be trying to drag me because I didn't say it, exactly right. Okay, girl. There was a point in the video where Khia said that, she doesn't check for other online personalities. She doesn't check for other YouTubers. She don't follow nobody, and she don't check for nobody. To that, I'm confused about what she meant as far as that, because Khia has commented on 2 of my videos discussing her. And actually, I was on her page. I'm not sure if I'm still on her YouTube page. I think it's under her liked videos. I was right there. So it did not make sense to me what she meant by that. But I mean, I can't call her and ask her to clarify. But it just that part didn't come through for me. Because you've been on my page and commented twice and said very, very nice words. Encouraged me to just stay, keep it pushing, do my thing. And honestly, it made my 2017 when she popped in on my channel. I lived for it. I'm still living for it. I told her I was gonna get it framed, and when I get some time, I'm gonna print it out and get it framed. Like, honestly, it means a lot. It means a lot when just my simple subscribers and Facebook friends and stuff say nice things to me. So for Khia to have taken time out of her day to say something nice to me, that really did mean a lot. Why are you cutting me off? Why are you pulling that in front of me? Yeah, get over. I'm sorry. It did mean a lot. So it just, I don't know, girl. I didn't understand what she meant when she said that, but I know she has come to my channel. She went over to Lady Nika's channel and spoke nice things to her. And if y'all not following Lady Nika, go on over and check her out. So that was unclear to me. That was real unclear. And then she goes on to talk about how the gentleman that Maddie did her interview with last week, they said they would come over, and you're supposed to yield, so you do that. They were supposed to come over and hook up the stuff, the internet, the computer, the lights, camera, action, all of that. And Khia did not want that. She didn't want, those people in Madison's house and all of that. And at one point, she said she was worried about them messing up the production and it falling back on Khia and looking like, Khia don't know how to put on a good show and all of that. But honestly, the lighting and stuff isn't really, for the most of us, for the most part. I know when it was on, I saw a lot of commenters saying, girl, what's going on with your light? But the lighting isn't what made y'all look like y'all were doing shoddy business. The lighting's not what made it look like y'all don't know how to put on a production. The walking off is what everybody is upset about. So, and I understand that you walked off because you felt like we would think you were putting on a shoddy production, but just like when I'm having technical difficulties, I get right on this camera and be like, girl, so these things are going on. We just gonna push past it, and here we go. Like at the start of this video, I said I don't feel good. And, I have had to clear my throat a couple times and all of that. And y'all understand, because at the beginning of the video, I said I don't feel good. Just like you would say, we're having some technical difficulties. We're gonna try to get it together. But y'all know this ain't our norm, blah, blah, blah. It just felt to me when she said that she was worried about, looking like she doesn't do good business. It felt to me like she was letting things get to her from like the Toya Reginae standpoint, basically. Like, she had talked about Toya and Reginae. She did that roast and that read and all of that, and everybody was living and gagging and carrying on. and K. Michelle talked about her, and you know, all these people have her name in their mouths now, and now the production wasn't going well. I feel like it was more of, well, now, you know, people are starting to notice who I am, where I am, and all of that, and now it looks like I'm shoddy, and it looks like I'm, you know, everything that they say I am, and I'm not working, and all of that. It felt to me like it was more a vanity, and a I don't want to look bad in front of everybody I've been talking about situation. When I personally, I know I'm broke. Like, if you want to drag me, because I know the Monique fans always do. When y'all get over here, if y'all want to drag me, do start off with the fact that I'm broke. Start right there. You start with, you are a broke hoe, and then proceed. Go ahead. I'm undraggable. It's nothing you gonna say that's really gonna make me just, girl, I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I'm in a 1997 Ford Expedition. It's not even mine. It's my auntie's, because my car broke down over a year ago. Like, girl, I'm broke. Start there and then go on. Like, that's the thing. Khia, like, girl, if you know you're not broke, then you shouldn't be worried about, you know, looking like you putting on, you know, shoddy business practices and carrying on, because, girl, you're not broke. That is what kind of has thrown me off about it. It seems like, and I understand that Khia is sensitive. She don't act like she's sensitive, but she is sensitive, and these things probably do affect her. But it's just like, girl, if you know that you are this, that, and the other, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, then be that, and, you know, don't be worried about what everybody else has got going on. Don't worry about what they think, because we've seen y'all put on good shows, good productions, and we've seen y'all do it, so we would have understood that y'all were having technical difficulties. But it felt like, well, since Monique is gonna be here and we having all this shoddy foolishness, I'm gonna look bad. And it's like, girl, I mean, yes, the Monique stands wherever they are, Lord, they assemble and they just get together and they pop up. But they would have said something. But somebody always gonna say something. Somebody is always going to say something. I don't bother nobody, and I be sitting on here looking at my thumbs down like, girl, what did I say that affected? And it takes me a good, you know, hour or two to be like, dang, what did I say that would make people thumbs down my video? Because I'm sensitive. But then I get over it. It takes me an hour. I'm like, oh, I really wish I didn't have all these down, you know, these thumbs down. And then I'm like, girl, well, anyway, because Forrest Rock's got, you know, 100 thumbs down on her video today, and Funky Dineva got 200 thumbs down on his video today. So, you know, my 12 little thumbs down ain't no big deal. Like, honestly, like, I'm not going to be worried about people who just want to be mad. That's not who I am. Like, if you come at me and you trying to drag me, I'm going to talk back to you. I'm going to ask you, you know, what do you mean? What exactly are you saying? Blah, blah, blah. And if you keep coming at me with crazy, I'm going to go to the fact that, oh, you just want to be mad. Okay, be mad. And then I'm through. I've had this conversation in the last month or two several times with people who just want to be mad. Okay, then you keep dragging all you want to in these comments. You be mad over there. You have a good time. And I will see you later. I'll go back and forth with you for a long time if I want to. But if you just want to be mad and we're not getting to a resolution, then it's like, okay, well, have a good time. Khia at one point did discuss how she wanted a TV deal and all of this, and I'm just, that part is baffling to me as well, because it's like, you don't want to censor yourself at all. You don't want to step out and try to make a nicer production to get TV, you know, stations and companies and even streaming services to notice you. You just want to sit there with the iPad like me? Like, y'all were doing a good show, yes, but you're mentioning, okay, are you just going to get over on me? Because that's disrespectful. You mentioning that you want to be on TV and all of that didn't make sense to me, because, girl, then you do need to start, especially if y'all got, you know, money and funds and availability and views, then yeah, you do need to kind of start moving towards a little bit nicer of a production if you want TV to notice you. Okay. But then she was saying that she didn't want all these people coming in and trying to help and put stuff together. The biggest companies have interns. Y'all need interns. I don't understand why Khia would be against having, what I think is Khia and Maddie probably should have gotten together, and interviewed a couple people and made sure girl, you've been trying to get over for the longest. Come on with this turn signal, you ain't getting over. Jesus, you could have got over 17 times by now. I'm sorry, where was I? Oh yeah, they should have got together and interviewed. Oh Jesus, oh, I'm sorry. They should have gotten together and interviewed a couple people. And when both of y'all spirits were in alignment with the folks, then move on from there. And I understand that, Maddie was quite ambitious. She was very, very ambitious in what she was trying to do. But it's like, I felt like the communication was very, very off between both of them. She did go on to say girl, why you stop? This ain't a stop. You are not at a stop sign. This is not a stop sign. You telling somebody to go don't make sense because, girl, you have the right of way and you're blocking my right of way. Jesus Christ. I'm just trying to go to work. Anyway, hell, where was I? Oh, she had a bad dream on Sunday. I'm sorry, y'all. She had a bad dream on Sunday, and she don't have bad dreams, so she knew it was some bad spirits and omens and jujus. And if this girl don't go, if you don't go, Honda, get on. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Yeah, she don't have bad dreams generally, and she had a bad dream, and so she knew that something was going to be off. And I'm like, honestly, everything she said, like, I understand how you have your feelings and your vibes and your auras. I do, too. But from a viewer standpoint, everything you said, as far as knowing something was going to be off, the only thing that was off that episode was you walking off. I mean, yes, the technicals were off and all of that, but the biggest thing everybody's talking about is you walking off. We were a little annoyed with everything freezing and all of that carrying on. But if y'all would have tried, if you would have stayed and y'all would have, rode it out, then, we probably still wouldn't be talking about this right now. We probably wouldn't. Everybody's talking about you walking out. So all the energy and the aura and why are you driving so close to me? It doesn't make sense because, girl, we wasn't worried about the shoddy technicals. I mean, we were surprised with how terrible it looked. But honestly, you walking out was the catalyst for all of this drama. What else, girl? So then she goes on to say that Maddie wasn't herself and all of this was going on and everybody was running here and there and everywhere. And Madison was mad and she wasn't herself. And I'm like, it could be because you said that you ain't want to, you ain't come over to her house and sit with her and talk to her Friday and Saturday when she called you, and Sunday or whatever. And you get over there Monday. And yeah, she's probably upset because she's been trying to get this together and you've been missing in action. And y'all are supposed to be co-hosts. Y'all are supposed to be sisters and all of that. That makes sense. I be missing in action all the time and my friends be mad at me. And I be like, I can't even be mad at you for being mad at me because it makes sense. I was missing. Like, I'm sorry. I have social anxiety. I can't be in certain places at certain times because I get shook, but love you. So I feel like Khia should just go ahead and take that and be like, girl, I wasn't there. And this, that, and the other. Instead of getting on this video and calling us with all of this. She talked about how she went in the corner and prayed a bunch of times and all of that. And how she does her own makeup and wraps her hair up and goes. And Maddie needs all of this, makeup artists and lights and cameras and action and all of that. And it's just like, okay, well, first of all, you and Maddie come from two different places. Like, yeah, y'all both from Florida. Yeah, y'all both, internet famous and all of that. But y'all come from two different places. Maddie has admitted that she can't beat her face. Like, she does a cute little something every now and then, but she can't beat her face. And if she wants to be beat on the production, then let her have her makeup artist and this, that, and the other. And Maddie, for all intents and purposes, has grown up as an adult, but grown up in the industry with drag queens and the like. She performs at, gay clubs and drag shows and stuff with Lil Mo, which honestly, what's the difference? So it would make sense for her to have all this extra and this flagrance because, girl, she basically is a club kid. She grew up in the clubs and the carrying on. Moving along. I did agree with Khia saying that she should have, the people that tried to put together, the internet and all of that should have told Madison that it wasn't going to happen that day and try to work on it all next week. I agree with that. They should have said something. And then they told them that they were going to work on it while they record. And honestly, that would have pissed me off too. Cause girl, why? We'll just resume next week. We're not going to work on this while I'm recording. No, it's crazy. And then for a minute, she went off on punks and I wasn't rocking with her on that one because it's just like she went on to talk about how, she's got all these gay husbands and she knows all these good gay men that take care of their family and their kids and they this and they that. And I'm like, okay, but you still, when you're trying to be on TV, you said it yourself that you were trying to be on the bigger screens. You cannot isolate so there are going to be certain people that feel some kind of way. Just like there are black people that feel a way when other black people say nigga. There are gay people that feel a certain type of way when other gay people or people that aren't gay say all of these things and slurs and carrying on about gay people. Like, you can't just be out here saying all this stuff willy-nilly and acting like because you have gay friends and gay husbands and gay this and gay that, that you're fine. That's not how it works. So I disagreed with that. And then she went off on Dineva and talked about how she disagreed with Dineva throwing Madison under the bus and throwing all this shade and this, that, and the other. My coworker. I'm going to call y'all about her on my lunch, but throwing all this shade and throwing Madison under the bus and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, but you kind of halfway doing the same thing. You saying, you going into more detail and going harder about this Madison situation than Dineva did. I don't know. Then she said they moving on. She said she wasn't quitting the show that she built, but she's not going to do the show on Mondays with Madison. And I'm just like, I don't have time, nor do I know what's going on. And that was it. Let me get into work, and I'll call y'all over this coworker on my lunch break. Peace.